Today we have a tournament participant who is not in 16 Carat Gold itself, but is part of Ambition for the third time already. Perhaps he'll tell us in a few minutes whether he'll win it this time. Thomas Shire, nice to have you here.
Oh, thanks for having me. Yeah, I third time's a charm, right? Hopefully.
Yeah, so let's start with your wrestling career a little bit. You've been in the ring for about 20 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
can you still remember what got you into wrestling in the first place?
Uh, Going to go see Nitro with my brother and my dad. That's what like the earliest kind of memories and playing with the old Hasbro figures. And so I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina. So being around there is all about Four Horsemen and Ric Flair and everything. So, but my dad grew up watching Jim Crockett Promotions. So yeah, it's basically my dad.
All right. Any coaches or wrestlers who have had a particularly big influence on your career, maybe in the early days?
Uh, Well, I mean, going to Florida and training with Dory, he kind of opened up a lot of different wrestlers that I hadn't seen before. And then, of course, training with Osamu Nishimura, he showed me Osamu Kid. And then that kind of got me more into Big Mouth Loud and that kind of style of wrestling too. So I'd kind of uh, lean more towards like WCW wrestling and stuff like that. But whoa, there we go. There it is again. But oh, Nishimura, Dory, um, Eddie Kingston helped me out a lot
Okay.
before he got to AEW. We had that match in San Antonio, and he's somebody I can kind of talk to. And um, after wrestling Timothy Thatcher, I've kind of messaged him a few times and gotten some advice from him, especially for ambition. So
Yeah, perfect. How would you describe your wrestling style?
I would just describe it just kind of grassroots, I guess. I grew up watching old Jim Crockett, and then I also like the physical style. Like I grew up watching William Regal and guys like that, Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle, and I would say it's kind of a mix of a lot of people say 90s All Japan, but I would say there's a lot of 70s and
Hmm.
80s All Japan mixed in there with Fuchi and Jumbo Shruda, and I would say it's a Kings Road based style, hard nose. I
All right.
don't mind getting hit.
In all those years of your career, any memories that have stuck in your mind in particular, good or bad ones?
Well, the very first year I was in wrestling, being with Dory, he helped me get to All Japan. He had his retirement tour in March of 2008, and then uh, they had Nishimura come over and through that kind of scouted the school and everything. I was able to go in October, and I stayed in the dojo, the All Japan dojo, and trained with Kaz Hayashi, and got to train with Sonata and Hanma and Soya and all kinds of great wrestlers and everything. So that's one of the very first like cool memories is getting to stay in the dojo. I remember sitting up and watching videos of like Masawa and them eating chunko in the dojo and stuff and say, oh, these are the blinds that like this is the couch. And um so that was really cool. And then getting to go to Germany, I messaged them Felix about the We Love Wrestling. They had that talent, basically see who's good enough to come in and everything. And I was like, oh, whatever, I'll email him, see if, and I didn't think anything of it. And then I got an email back. So that was really
Hmm.
cool. I really enjoy coming over to Germany. So I'm looking really forward to coming back and creating more memories with Manders.
Yeah, I have a few questions about Germany and Manders, but later maybe because
All right.
first
Pressing
of
you.
you wrestled in numerous promotions in your career. Is there one you'd call your home base?
I would say probably St. Louis Anarchy right now. I'm based in St. Louis, Missouri, and
Hmm.
I've been living up here for 7 years now. Late 2007 is when I moved up from Texas, and current current Gateway Heritage champion up there too. So I would say it's my home promotion. It's the promotion I've wrestled for most consistently, I would say, um, for that, especially in America.
Yeah, despite your long career, you have had few fights outside the USA so far. Why is that?
Uh, promoters are stupid. No, I'm just kidding. I'm stupid too. I'm stupid too. But that's just the fun joke to say about it. But um, really, there was a long time I didn't have a passport until maybe 2018, 2019. Or no, I had a passport when I hadn't renewed my passport in a while
Hmm.
because I had a passport when I went to Japan. Um, I think it's all just about trying to restart careers and things. I mean, I lived in Florida and trained with Dory down there. And then when I moved from Florida to Texas, and it was kind of like a reset again. Nobody knew me in Texas. Had to build back up there, and by the time I built back up, I broke my leg in 2016. So it
Hmm.
was kind of like, okay, now I got to wait some more. And then I came back up here in St. Louis in 2018. So I think it's just kind of trying to build back up that portfolio of sending things out and um, oh, there we go. Second time around. Uh, but I used to live with Davey Vega also, and he helped me out when I went to England back in 2022. He
Hmm.
got me in contact with Kid Lycos and got into Kamikaze, and then got onto Modern Nomad there. So yeah, not too many, but hopefully, hopefully we get some more here. Hopefully, we get some more. I like going overseas.
Yeah. Despite your long career, are there any goals you want to achieve apart from winning the ambition, of course?
Oh, winning ambition. Yeah, definitely. I'd like to be in 16 karat.
Okay.
Uh, I'd really love to do that. There's a lot of great, talented wrestlers in this one. Seeing Sekimoto come back is a great thrill too. I haven't been able to see him live or anything. Um, I mean, me and Manders went to the finals of the Tag Festival, Tag League. So um, hopefully, hopefully, if they have another tag, I think that changed around a little bit. I saw a couple announcements, but
Yeah.
um, I'd like to try to do that, get some more wins under me and Manor's belt as a tag team, win some gold, probably stateside, maybe overseas. And Japan's always been a big goal of mine, getting back there. I've been able to wrestle a lot of Japanese wrestlers and going overseas in Germany. Abe is one of my favorite opponents, going over there and wrestling with him and wrestling Hideki Suzuki for the first time, which was big thrill for me since I'm a big fan of Billy Robinson too. So it
Hmm.
was like Dory versus Billy Robinson. I was building it up in my head about that. So, um, but those are the main goals. Just getting in better ring shape and everything. That's always a plus. Staying injury free is a big goal too.
Of
So
course. Yeah. Yeah, you talked about the one called Mendes a few times already, so let's talk about him. You recently had numerous fight with and even against the one called Mendes. You were in the Tag Team Festival together. How would you describe your chemistry?
I would say we have that very similar style of not just being guys that wear cowboy hats and everything, and but he actually is on a farm. He actually
Okay.
works on a farm and everything. I'm just kind of from the South, but he's a real cowboy. I would say we just that first inner circle show that we tagged together was just, I mean, it just felt right. It's just one of
Hmm.
those things where his mind and my mind, it just melts together. And I know it was something that a lot of people talked about, especially like in Tennessee and in Missouri and a couple other states in America, was I always heard like Manders and Shire need to wrestle or they need to tag because they remind me of so and so and so.
Hmm.
He always gets brought up like Hanson and like Terry Gordy gets thrown out to me a lot and Funks and Von Erichs and stuff. So I would say it's like that. If you like real good, solid physical wrestling, that would be the chemistry that we have. Is we don't like to take any mess off anybody. So
Who has the better head, you or Mendes?
I would say he's got a lot more and better quality hats. Yeah, I would say
Okay.
he's got better hats. Yeah. Whoa.
All right.
I'm just gonna hold this phone closer to me.
You already won several titles in your career. Yeah, you are a reigning champion. You mentioned it. What does it mean to you to hold a title?
It's very special to me. I haven't been able to hold very many championships or even get opportunities. So that's what made Tag Festival so big too. Is you get to the finals, you get that opportunity to become tag champion WXW. So uh, for me, being Gateway Heritage Champion for St. Louis Anarchy, I mean, I wrestled Derek Neal, who was a great champion. He was unbeaten for I think he 21 matches in St.
Okay.
Louis Anarchy, and I was the only guy to beat him. He's
Hmm.
21-1. So, so there you go, Derek. Uh, but it's a lot of hard work and knowing that, you're the champion and people are gunning for you too. It's makes you step up your game, not only in the ring, mentally, physically.
Hmm.
Um, and like people are just getting younger and younger and and faster and better too. So it's a great challenge, and I really enjoy it. I've only been singles champion a couple times, other than at Dory School. I think I held like 6 championships at Dory School, but
Hmm.
we all like to dream of being Ultimo Dragon.
I hope my informations are correct, but
Okay.
according to my information, you acted in a horror movie in 2014. Meet me
Uh,
there.
yeah, I was just an extra. I was just a druid in the background. I didn't act or anything. So
Okay, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, Dustin Rhodes and Leather Bates were in it as well. How did that come about, and what was the experience like?
That happened from uh, wrestling at Inspire in Austin. There was a commentator or ring announcer. He used to have uh, wrestling blog or column or something like that, and he was making a movie, and we were in town for the show, so we were just like, all right, whatever, we'll put these on.
Okay.
We'll go do that. So I didn't get to meet Dustin or
Hmm.
anything like that, but I've met Leva a few times, and Angelus Lane was in it too. Evangelistico was in it from St. Louis Anarchy. So a
Hmm.
couple of people.
Okay. When the first time you came to Germany, were there any stereotypes that have been confirmed or maybe not confirmed?
Uh, well, I come from a family of Germans as well too. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, my mom's maiden name is Ellert, and so a lot of my family's from Bremen. Uh, so I kind of had an idea of what Germans were like.
Okay.
Uh, I learned that I don't speak very good English. You guys speak better English than I do. Um, but I don't mind, yeah, I don't mind, being straight to the point about things too. A lot
Okay.
of times in America, you kind of, oh well, I don't. And it's just like
Hmm.
if something's good, it's good. If something's bad, it's bad, kind of thing.
All right.
So, but just kind of learning. Um, Not a lot of air conditioning over in Europe too, so that's another
Yeah,
thing.
it depends, yeah.
Yeah, it depends on where you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just those things. I mean, nobody's been really overly rude or you know anything like that. So
Okay. That's good.
yeah.
What's the most significant difference for you between performing in Germany and the US?
Ooh. I would say the fans are a little bit different. The fans are a little bit different in Germany with the chanting and everything. I support West Ham United, and I got a couple. Well, Thomas Shire is massive, so that was really really cool. Last time I was in Germany, um, just trying to think of. I interact, I think, a little bit more with the German fans. I think the
Okay.
German fans are uh, they're not afraid to approach wrestlers. I think a little bit more. Sometimes American fans they might see me that well, I don't want to mess with them or anything like that. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'm always around to kind of chat. I like to watch the shows and everything too. So I would say just kind of it's just different vibes. I guess it's like a different world.
Okay.
It's kind of like when I went to Japan too. It was like having to get used to that. It's like oh wait, okay, like something might work in America, it might not work in Germany.
You've been in Germany, I think, since 2022, had 14 matches for wXw. What keeps you coming back to the promotion?
I would say the fans too. I would say
Hmm.
the fans and the talent, the level of wrestlers there. Um, I feel like some of the best wrestlers, underlooked wrestlers, as far as you know, maybe not in Europe, but if they're going over to America, I mean, I always say his name wrong, but Angel Blanc, um, has been going over to GCW now. Like Mike D's been going over too. Like there's so many talented wrestlers. I love going there. I love the food.
Okay.
Getting my schnitzel at Haus Union, and just the way that I interact with the owners and everything too. It's
Mhm.
it's it's very welcoming. I don't feel like I'm a burden by coming in. I feel like I'm welcomed, and that's why I come. Like they want me to come back, kind of thing. I
Okay.
think that's the best way to explain it too. Is I don't feel like I'm like, oh, can I please come back? It's
Mhm.
it's more like, hey, yeah, let's do this. This would be a good match. This would be a good match. It's so, and how good the fans have treated me, and Manners has helped me get out of my shell a little bit with that too. I'm not always, I am up for chatting, but sometimes I do want to pay attention to the matches. So sometimes I can look like I'm just like leave me alone, but
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to say a few words to everybody too. So
Okay. Yeah, you'll be part of the Ambition tournament once more. What do you like about Ambition?
I like the challenge of like ambition. You don't see people running the ropes. You don't see them jumping off the top turnbuckle or anything like that. I like the physical style. Um, that's always one thing because I trained in kickboxing too, and um, I feel like in America my style is kind of powerhousey kick, not really kick punchy, but in ambition I get to show a different mat based style that I
Mhm.
that I have. I mean I have done amateur wrestling. I was trained by Dory, who was one of the greatest technical wrestlers I feel like, in at least in the modern era, and trained by all these other great wrestlers. So that to me, the challenge of being like, okay, now I have to turn that mindset on. I can't just be, power bombing and whip them off the rope and
Mhm.
kick them, big boot them and stuff like that. I have to actually think and try to get out of their submissions. And so things that I'm maybe not particularly good at certain aspects and other people are, it's a great challenge. And that's why I love it so much. The physicality too.
Yeah, all right. Only two more questions left.
Okay.
First one, the field of participants for Ambition has been determined. You are in Dieter Schwarz, Icarus, Fast Mudo, Liam Slater, Yuto Nakashima, Josiah, and Danny Jones. Any favorite opponent?
Mm. I would say Liam Slater is somebody I would look forward to. I know Zazaya is very highly touted. Um, mm, Mudo and I have a little bit of the finals from the tag league, so I owe him for that, as well as Udo. And I liked Icarus as soon as I saw him, with Amboss back in the
Hmm.
day, too. So and Danny Jones, I'm familiar with. I watched him and I can't remember the guy's name now, but it's gonna make me
Dieter
look.
Schwarz.
Huh?
Dieter Schwarz is well,
Okay, okay.
the other,
Thank
yeah,
you.
the other opponent. All right.
Yeah, I'm like
Um,
I'm trying to remember everybody's names now too.
it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, last question. Finally, anything else you would like to say to the German fans?
Oh, just thank you for all the support that you guys have shown me. I know when I first showed up, it was kind of like, who is this guy kind of thing. So I know that wXw is good with certain American promotions, and hopefully you guys have checked out Anarchy. I know a few people have, and there's been a few fans that actually know one of the wrestlers' dads, who is kind of a personality in his own right too. So Papa Kenway, shout out to him too. But um, yeah, just thank you guys for the support. Hopefully you guys come to Ambition. You got your tickets. Come to Carrot and Inner Circle, even though it's probably already sold out, right?
It's sold out, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I can't wait to get there in what, about 2 weeks time, and come out and see you guys. And then I'll be here, or I'll be there for what, 3 weeks this time too. So look
Okay.
forward to not just spend a whole weekend, but get a few weekends in with you guys.
All right, very cool. Thomas Shire, we're looking forward to seeing you in Oberhausen once more. 2 weeks, yeah. I think when we publish the interview, it's not 2 weeks anymore, but still, yeah, in a few days maybe. So
Yeah, a few
yeah,
days.
Thomas Shire,
Yeah.
thanks again for your time and see you in Oberhausen.
Yeah.